The 2014 Audi A6 TDI Quattro Tiptronic has a lot of cool features. My favorite is probably their bird's eye parking system. It makes backing out of a crooked driveway or into a parallel parking space easier than ever before. Even though pilots will tell you to always trust your instruments, I did turn my head a bunch of times to make sure I was going to send the Audi back with the same number of taillights it had when it arrived. Also on the list of high-tech goodies is Audi Connect. It's the German automaker's infotainment system. Audi Connect creates a mobile hotspot allowing up to 8 wireless devices to be connected at once. The Audi has a special cable to connect your iPhone, but there are no USB charging ports. There are a few 12-volt sockets that used to hold cigarette lighters back when cigarettes actually had to be lit. I paired my iPhone with the Audi when I got in, and then I plugged the iPhone into the interface cable. The car told me there was a conflict, that I couldn't have both streaming audio and the hardwired system. The only problem is the hardwire was what charged the phone. So I had to go back into the house and find an adapter and plug the phone into a cigarette lighter and then use streaming audio to listen to the book I wanted to hear. To be fair, Audi does have 2 SD card slots and a 40 gig hard drive jukebox. So if I own the car, I'd probably find a way to transfer some of the things using the SD cards, but I'm not sure how well that would work with podcasts and audiobooks that need to be updated. Anyway, speaking of books, the interface for the Audi navigation system was blissfully easy to use. I did not have to consult the owner's manual or book once. There's even a programmable button on the steering wheel. It's sort of like the function button on a PC. You can decide what you want it to do. Audi has not drunk the cyber Kool-Aid that says cars shouldn't have buttons, just touchscreens. I would say thank you in German, but I don't want to sound like Wayne Newton. Audi Connect also gives you real-time weather, news, and fuel prices. But perhaps the coolest feature is aerial views of your current location and even your destination. It's basically a moving version of Google Earth. I thought it was a little creepy at first, but then I realized any kid with an iPhone or a connected laptop can do the same thing. So I decided it was actually cool to figure out which one of your neighbors has a pool. You can also look up destinations while you're still inside your home or office and send up to 50 of them to your car. That's actually a pretty convenient feature if you're making a lot of different stops and don't want to have to keep pulling over to enter addresses. There's also a fashion statement on the dash. It's sort of the automotive version of scruff. A lot of guys are sporting that Hawkeye Pierce look. Past the age of 25, they just look kind of like winos to me, but that's just my opinion. Audi's Hugh Jackman look is called Fine Grain Ash Natural Wood Inlay. It looks like wood that hasn't been sanded and varnished yet. I've seen it on a couple of other high-end cars, but Audi says they were the first. For those of us who aren't fans, don't worry. Audi still has plenty of other finishes, including shiny wood and various metal inlays. While the Audi is packed with safety equipment, the placement of the start button on the passenger side of the center console seems dangerous to me. We all know that kids are supposed to be in the back seat, but in the real world, carpool, having a big family, other factors can add up to having a kid in the passenger seat too. Kids like to push buttons. Let's just hope that Junior doesn't turn off the car while you're paying attention to something else, like the other kids behind you or the road in front of you. I also don't know if a passenger's purse or elbow would turn off the Audi, but something to keep in mind. Something that will not turn you off is how the Audi drives. It's fast, nimble, and fuel efficient. The 3-liter, 6-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine generates 240 horsepower and 428 pound-feet of torque. The TDI is also blisteringly fast for a luxury sedan that runs on heating oil. Published reports claim a 0 to 60 time of 5.5 seconds. That's fast enough to blow any memories of slow, stinky diesels out of the recesses of the mind, anyone old enough to remember them, but young enough to still drive at night. There was little, if any, perceptible difference between the Audi TDI and a gasoline-powered luxury car. The vibration from the auto stop-start system, which saves fuel by turning off the engine at stoplights, did seem a bit more pronounced on the Audi than on some gasoline-powered luxury cars, but it didn't really bother me. The adaptive cruise control worked well, maintaining a preset distance between the Audi and the car in front of me. It'll even bring the Audi to a complete stop and then start it up again in traffic. This is a great anti-fatigue system for commuters. The diesel Audi A6 gets 24 miles per gallon in the city and 38 on the highway. That's pretty impressive for a car this big, this fast, and with the added advantage of Audi's excellent all-wheel drive system called Quattro. Quattro was originally designed for racing and was introduced in the US in 1984. A generation ago, Audi television commercials used to tout that Quattro had been banned from racing because Quattro gave Audi drivers an unfair advantage over the competition. Fade out, fade in, and now 90% of Audi sales are Quattro. The other 10% are front-wheel drive. The base price for the 2014 Audi A6 TDI Quattro Tiptronic was $57,500. Options on our test car included the driver assistance package with a top view camera, active lane assist, and adaptive cruise control. The black optic package includes 20-inch wheels and high-gloss black trim. The total price as tested for the 2014 Audi A6 TDI Quattro was a little over $67,000. I'm Grant Winter, reporting for Real World Test Drive.